Part 3, guys. Now, after I got my truck driver's license, my CDL, Class A, with all endorsements on it, I could haul anything. And I did. In 2016, I went into the Indianapolis where I lived and got my CDL, Class A CDL, I had motorcycle endorsement and plus 2 other semi endorsements on it. I went back in just to renew it. 2016. They gave me a license. All right. I gave them my old expiring Class A CDL. I didn't have to take no tests or anything because I already lived there. I give them my license. They give me a piece of paper. I stick it in my wallet. The license actually came in the mail like maybe 2 or 3, 4 weeks later. I grab the license, don't look at it, stick it in my wallet. I've been doing this stuff for 14 years, people. Driving semis. All I was doing was renewing it. I wasn't changing it in any way. After I started talking out about the government and everything, folks, it was 2016 was when I got that license from them. I drove semis for several companies. For a year and a half. And it was funny how it makes that year and a half mean something. Around a year and a half after I renewed my license in Indianapolis, Indiana, I got pulled over. I was running containers. I told you guys I was running containers out of Chicago, New York, the West Coast. I was running containers out of everything, bringing them in from shipping yards and rail yards and delivering them to department stores. I was running locally. The last time I actually ran a semi, I was running local, and we would run over to the rail yards, pick up containers, put them in our yard, and because they were going to be delivered the next morning, within probably 50 miles or so, in Indianapolis somewhere. And these containers were coming out of Chicago. And we'd run up to Chicago and get them, bring them down, deliver them to the distribution centers. I have been doing this now. This was I renewed my license in May of 2016. Just renewed. It was expiring. I just renewed it. By 2017, by the end of 2017, I was working for these container companies. One I'd been working for a while, over a year. I get pulled over by a DOT officer as I'm hitting the exit ramp to come to my yard. I mean, I'm 2 miles from my yard. Just dropped off, or just picked up a container from the rail yard. Been making the government mad with all my YouTube channels and Facebook pages and all the stuff that I've been doing. Been making them mad for a long time. DOT officer pulls me over just for an inspection. That's it. He pulls I give him my license, my logbooks, all my stuff. He walks around and inspects the truck, tractor, everything, trailer, everything. He comes back, he looks at me. This is a federal officer. Looks at me and he says, man, you don't even have any tickets on your license. I said, no, this is my way I make my money. He goes, you got about the cleanest license I've ever seen. He goes, I'll tell you what, you passed this complete inspection 100%. I gave you this paper right here. Give that to whoever you work for, and they'll probably give you some kind of a bonus. I said, oh, okay. He gave me back all my license, everything, put it all up, put it back in my wallet. About 3 months after that, folks, I was fired or let go from that job from an accident that I had. I rear-ended somebody. And the company should have, I wasn't paying attention. It was my fault. They fired me. So, for a truck driver in Indianapolis, it ain't hard to find a job. I went to another company. They were hiring me. Going through, doing all the paperwork. They come to me and they go, we need a copy of your driver's license, your social security number. So I give them my license and social security number, and they take it in to copy it, and they come back. They go, what are you trying to do? And I go, what do you mean, what am I trying to do? And they go, you don't even have a CDL. You got a regular driver's license. I'm going, you're crazier than hell. I've been driving semis for 14 years. I hadn't had a regular driver's license since I started driving trucks. And they hand me back my license. It's a regular driver's license, folks. Regular driver's license, just like you have. No CDL, no Class A, nothing. No endorsements. No, not even a motorcycle endorsement. Now, I was just pulled over by a DOT officer in my semi 3 months before this, and he told me I had to clean his license, all this stuff. A DOT officer is federal. His job is trucks. He would not have given me a license back and let me move any farther if I didn't have a CDL. Any of you want to explain what happened to me? Me and my wife, everybody that I know that knows I was driving trucks at that time, you can go back on my work history, my background. They claimed I didn't have a CDL in May of 2016. I was driving semis for a year and a half, almost 2 years after that. But the government stopped me from driving any more semis because of this. The fact that it was over a year and a half, I would have to go back through a trucking company to get permitted, pay another trucking company to train me, and pay another, it was going to cost me another $5,000 just to continue to do what I've been doing for 14 years, folks. The government done it to me again. I didn't have nothing else left to do. I didn't have money to go back to truck driving school. Truck driving school. I've been driving trucks for semis for 14 years, and they want me to go to truck driving school to get a license. Folks, I started driving Ubers and Lyfts. in Indianapolis. One night, I made almost $400, $374 in one night. But I worked 12 hours through the night to make that. And Jesus knew I needed the money. And I made it. That's the most I ever made in one night. But I used to make some decent money with it. Got car, brand new car we just bought. Guy got mad because I was going to let his puking buddies into my car. Brand new. So he slammed the beer bottle in the side of it. Still got the car, still got the dent. Called the cops. I followed them, told them right where he was. They wouldn't arrest him. They even put in a police report. There was no witnesses. There was over 30 witnesses. It was standing outside a bar where his buddies were puking. And it was so lit up. But the cops claimed there was no witnesses. Not even the guy driving the car. That was Indianapolis. That's why I went after these police departments, folks. Indianapolis, Greenwood, Athens, Alabama, that doggone Sheriff Blakely down there, he's in prison now. That's why I started going after these people. And I was thinking, Jesus telling me, I'm going to be vindicated. I'm thinking, finally, I'm going to get to, and I ain't even told you the worst of it, folks. Now, I don't even think I will. But finally, I was going to be able to sue some of these people, get some vindication. No. If you want to know what Jesus told me, you're going to have to watch the finale. God loves you guys. I love you. Seek Jesus. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But nobody goes to hell without choosing to first. Love you guys. Seek Jesus. I beg you. Till the next one, if you want to know what happened,